Hi. A lot of our students who are a part of the Finance Leadership Mastermind have a very special interest and inclination in working for Big Four organizations. In fact, I had the same inclination too when I had started out my career in 1998. I had this big inclination to go and work for a Big Four organization. I did. In the early parts of my career, I did work for a Big Four organization. And uh, the good thing was that that experience that I acquired working for that organization and that brand name, which started appearing in my resume after working for them, helped me for a substantial part of my career, at least for the first 8 or 9 years of my career. I mean, everywhere I would go and tell them that I worked for KPMG. It opened doors for me. It allowed me, helped me get more interview calls. It helped me get access to better opportunities in my life. Having said that, Big Four organizations aren't really meant for every single person. You also need to understand that the Big Four organizations have some of the highest attrition rates in our industry right now. And that could happen due to multiple reasons. It could happen because of the work life balance issues that Big Four organizations have. It could happen due to the internal environment or culture that Big Fours have. It could happen because people aren't really able to adapt to the kind of work that they have to do. It's a significant step up, especially if you're coming from a small firm and you're making the shift into a Big Four organization. You suddenly realize that the kind of work, the nature of work, and the kind of skills that you require to be successful in the Big Four organizations are very, very different. And a lot of people do not really make that cut, are not able to step up and find success in these Big Four organizations. So before you actually make this decision that you only want to work for a Big Four organization, you have to start wondering and you have to start asking yourself, do I really have the skills, one, to get into a Big Four organization? What kind of skills do you really need to get into a Big Four organization? You need to be technically really, really sound because they will test you. They want the best of the best. And you need to have the persona, the personality, the behavioral traits that will make you successful in the Big Four organizations. Your interviewers, the recruiters will test you on those aspects. So you need to develop that kind of personality and behavior if you don't have it. And very few people are actually able to make that shift towards developing a different kind of a persona. So that's thing number one, that you need to understand what you need to get in. And then once you've gotten in, you need to be really, really agile. You need to be savvy and agile to make sure that you're able to adjust and adapt to this massive shift in culture that you will encounter and have to experience as soon as you start working for this Big Four organization. Not many people, again, are able to make this shift in their careers. So you need to be more agile in terms of managing upwards, managing downwards, managing laterally. You need to work on your relationships. You need to work on your networks. You need to work on your collaborative skills. You need to understand that there are multiple players who will have an effect on your appraisals, on the kind of projects that you will be getting, on the kind of opportunities you will be getting. A lot of people call this office politics. There is no point blaming office politics. You need to understand that that's how the culture works in these organizations. You need to be able to work through that culture and that system. And people who are able to manage that, people who are able to work through these complex lines of authority and command and relationships are able to find great success in Big Four organizations. These are the people who eventually go on and become partners. The rest of the people, most of the people end up leaving Big Four organizations within 1, 2, 3 years because they're just not able to make that cut. So you need to understand what you need to get in, and you need to understand what you need to be successful once you get in. That's very, very important. Otherwise, this Big Four experience could become a nightmare for you, like it does for a lot of people. So this is what I wanted to talk to you about. You need to start working on identifying your existing skill set. What are your strengths and weaknesses today? And what is the gap between who you are today and where you need to be in the future if you want to have a great career in a large audit or consulting organization? And you need to start developing those skills today itself. If you'd like to know more about what those skills are, please reach out to us and we'll be happy to guide you. We'll be happy to coach you and help you develop some of those skills and hopefully help you have more success in your career.